Well, as you guys did play in the second half, what do you think in that first half kind of took you guys so long to gel and get going?
Well, I think in any sport, you've got to find your identity a little bit. You've got to find, sometimes you find it, and right out of the from game one. Sometimes you don't find it till game 40. Sometimes you need a tragedy or a change or something happen where your team has to come together. There's, I've been doing this for a long time, and every year it's different. I mean, you could bring the same team back, and it might not be the same team in a lot of ways, because each year brings different challenges and different situations. So you've got it sort of works its way out. You went through stretches this year where we weren't able to score goals. I mean, that was a real tough time, and for us, because we had to play 1-goal games, and it's tough to win this league 1-0 every night. So I think it was really just we came together at the All-Star break, because I think we felt that we could be a better team, and there was a real true commitment. It was we had a lot of meetings, and we talked about our culture, we talked about what we want to do, and it's not that we didn't do it earlier, but I think the urgency, we talked about our identity, the leadership, everything of our team, and we said, what, we can get this done, and we sort of defined ourselves as a team that, hey, we get those 90 points, we'll find a way to get in, and what emerged was a team that had a lot of character, a lot of resiliency, and a lot of heart, and I think it was a team that you wanted to cheer for, because there was a lot of obstacles keep getting thrown in front of us every year, one way or the other, be it on ice or off ice. There seems to be obstacles that keep falling in front of our team, and it doesn't fall in front of a lot of other teams. So I give our guys a lot of credit, because we talk about the one thing that's never changed in our locker room is the one sign, is that no excuses. We're not looking for excuses. We're just trying to get it done, and we feel. I know last night we were quite disappointed, not only for ourselves because we didn't quite reach our goal, but just for the city, our fans, everybody. Sport is defined by winning, and as I said to our guys as well, as we were an average team in the first 45 games in the league, and we could have stayed an average team for 82 games, but we didn't. We became a very good team, and that's what you learn, and that's what you accomplish. We became a very good team, and there's a lot of teams I know that a lot of coaches, a lot of media people that couldn't believe that we're still around come game 82 or 81, and so we earned respect, and the players earned the respect of around the league, that Nashville is a team that is not going to give up and not going to quit, and sort of defines this group and defines our culture here.
Barry, in terms of the difficulty scoring goals, is the help in the organization, or do you think you need some outside?
Well, I think there's some that can be a help in the organization, and we're going to have to look outside the organization as well. I think if you think everything is inside, we're going to need help from inside. Some of the young guys like Ryan Jones and Hornquist that we put a lot of faith in this year. They'll have to be a little higher contributors, and we'll have to put them in a position to contribute higher as well. And then we'll look outside the organization, because our organization has some depth in certain areas, and other organizations have depth in in certain areas. So we'll look at that, but we haven't really got to that process yet. That's something that obviously myself and the scouts and David and the organization will meet, and we'll try to figure out how we can, some of our shortcomings, how we can improve that, and some of our strengths, how we can keep our strengths and build on that. I think we've got some good young players. Our goaltending and defense look like it is pretty strong for the next while, and obviously, we're still trying to get some young forwards to help us in the organization. Colin Wilson's was a runner-up for the Hobie Baker. He's a guy that down the road could probably help us, and you're seeing an O'Reilly and a Santorelli come up a little bit this year. So I think you need a little bit of both. I think if you purely think that all your help's going to come from within, that's probably not the case in pro sports. Probably you have to use every aspect, from free agency to the draft, to trades. All those things will be considered, I'm sure.
How much of a priority do you think is getting Sully back?
Well, I really, that is something we'll talk about. I think, to me, Sully had a big impact. I mean, if he doesn't win the Masterton, I don't know who should, because he really, from his injury from 2 years almost being out and then coming back and having a big impact. When Legwan and Erat and Arnie are all out, I mean, Sully was the guy that really was our pure offensive catalyst for us for a while there, and to me it's a great story, and I look at some of the Masterton candidates, and obviously I have I'm more personal with this one, but I don't think there's anybody that's had the impact that Sully has and been in a stranger situation. Nothing against any other the candidates, but what a story he is. So I'd be surprised and disappointed if that's something that he doesn't receive.
Speaking of young forwards, would you like Radloff to come back?
Yeah, I think obviously Rad is a real dynamic guy, and the more that was up front we were missing a little pop, and Sully came. So yeah, I think all our assets in the organization. Rad's a dynamic player. I don't see why you wouldn't want a player like that back. So, but we really haven't discussed that. That's really in Rad's hands. So.
Anything else?
It's a scary play.
It's
It's a scary play for the team.
There's a lot of factors with that. So.